Bam, we're live. There you are, Wi-Fi, right in the bottom. There you are. Good to see you guys. Good morning, Devesh. Good morning. Beaver Fever, what's up, dude? Kenneth DeLab, Brady, Adam, Christine Young. Welcome to the Romper Room. Good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Tomorrow's a travel day for me in the morning. I don't know what's gonna happen to the show. Either the Glintons will be here or Souza or someone will be here. David, good morning. Brady, your 401k down faster than Bonnie Blue at a high school. The 401k is just fine. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, David. Don't worry about the 401k. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, I didn't even know. I watched another episode of The Chosen last night. God, I really love that show. I'm really, really, really enjoying that show. I'm at the episode where Jesus turns the one piece of bread or 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish into a bunch of baskets of fish and bread. It was cool. And the apostles continue to be ding dongs. Man, it's based off of true events. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I normally don't do a whole show focused on CrossFit stuff. Do I? Unless it's like a CrossFit Games update show. But I made this Instagram account. It's called I just use it. It's called what is the account? It's called The CF News. It doesn't have any followers, and basically, it's just an account where I just follow everyone in the CrossFit space, so that, like, if I want it, like, before a CrossFit Games update show, I'll just or not I don't know if I follow everyone, but I try to follow as many people as I can in the space, regardless of who they are or what their contribution is, and then I use that account, like, Thursday night or Friday morning, before an update show, I'll scroll through it, and hopefully, it'll just give me just all CrossFit stuff so I can just immerse myself in it. And anyway, so yesterday, I know we're doing a CrossFit Games update show on Friday. Hopefully, I get to my hotel in time and can get set up to do a little talk about mayhem. But last night, I was scrolling through it and I thought, oh man, there's so much stuff in here that's cool that I'd like to talk about. The first thing, the most important thing to talk about is I went to a coffee shop yesterday, 2 days ago, and this coffee shop has a little seating area with a coffee table and then 2 couches that are perpendicular to each other with a coffee table in the middle. And this guy was letting his kids, I don't know, 5 and 6, crawl around underneath the coffee table, and he thought it was cute and taking pictures of them. Do not let your kids crawl underneath the coffee table at the coffee shop. Don't reward them by taking pictures and making them think it's cute. No one likes it. And you're teaching your kids to be douchebags. I feel like I see one of those every single day where someone's training their kid to be a douchebag. It's just it's so fucking annoying. A couple years ago, I don't remember the exact details, but I remember someone scheduled to play tennis with my kid, and it was on a Saturday or Sunday, and we go down there to play tennis with this other kid, and this mom or dad, I can't even remember, they had a younger child who was running on the court the entire time they were playing, and the parent thought it was cute that my son and their son or their daughter, I can't remember, that their younger child was running on the court while they were playing. And it was driving me fucking nuts. And what's crazy is I didn't say anything, and then finally, Avi walked over to the parent and was like, "Hey, can you not let your kid go be on the court?" It's like, "Hey, dude, I don't wanna waste my fucking Saturday watching your fucking little kid run around on the court while the big kids try to do big kid shit." And those what ends up happening, so now I've been around these kids long enough, so I've been around the same kids for, 6, 7 years, the same cohort of kids, and you start to realize that those kids grow up and are just assholes that no one likes. No one wants to do stuff with those parents, with those kids. Just teach your kids manners for them, for them, for them. Some really interesting comments coming out of the CrossFit Mayhem podcast. I don't want to say that they're not sincere. I think that would be too harsh. But let me play this. This is from the Dense Updates Instagram account.
One of the most important pieces in this podcast this morning, I believe, was when they talked about the imminent sale of CrossFit.
For what I understand, I hope that that this comes to be the case.
Yeah, I think
For those of you who don't know who that is, that's the great Facundo. Been around for, I don't know, 15 years. Been an agent guy, coach guy, a purveyor of all things, athletes, sponsors. He could do it all. He could wear all the different hats.
if somebody who's not part of
Affiliated, obviously, with Mayhem, works at Mayhem, very close to Rich.
the community and somebody who's disconnected from the community gets a hold of it, I think that's the death knell. I mean, I hate to say it.
Now, there has been rumors that
So Rich is saying if someone who's not a part of the community gets a hold of CrossFit, that's it for CrossFit. He thinks that's it. We've talked about that on this show. If CrossFit sells and it's to the wrong person, do 5,000 affiliates just flee? And do you remember? So here's the playbook. The playbook is Eric Rosa buys CrossFit and then has walks in front of the entire community, remember, on Dave Castro's arm. So then we don't see him as an outsider, right? First of all, the trick is they tell us that Eric Rosa bought CrossFit, but he really didn't. He was just one of the, very, 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 very small investors in CrossFit, but they make it seem like he's the one who's buying it, or at least, we made that mistake without doing our due diligence as the community. And then they parade Dave out, so it makes it look like Dave approves of the sale. They're arm in arm, and we're kind of duped, right? So we accept him kind of like mafia style. Dave vouches for him, and we're like, yeah, that dude's cool. It's all good. But was it good? No, the guy was a complete world-class fucking valueless cuck. I mean that with peace and love. I hope his life has gotten significantly better, and he's learned some lessons. He didn't even know what GPP was. And so then they survive that. He almost ruins the fucking company. They get rid of him. Well, first, remember, then he tries to get rid of Dave. So they use Dave to kind of to vouch mafia style for Rosa. He's a good guy. He's one of us. And then after a year, he fires Dave. And then after another year, Dave's back and Rosa's gone and Don's there. And now the sale is going to happen again. And no one should be fooled. No one cares about anything except the bottom line, the money. The days of not caring about the money are gone. So just remember that no matter what. And at the end of the day, there's some guy sitting over at Moelis and some people sitting over at Berkshire who are like, okay, we invested our money in this and now we want to sell it and we want to get the biggest return. I totally get it. It's fine. We're all like that. But Rich is saying that if they sell it to someone what Rich's mouth is saying is if they sell it to someone who's faceless and just another, Berkshire, that's going to be the death of it. But what Rich is really saying, in my opinion, I don't even know what death knell is. I don't know what knell is. Death knell? I was hoping Rich said death nail so I could mock him for being such a hillbilly. I don't know what knell is. What's knell? Death knell. I don't know what that is. Knell. Is that a biblical term? What Rich is really saying is that if you don't he's not talking to us. He's talking to the potential buyers and sellers. He's saying, if you don't sell it to my friend, if you do not sell CrossFit to my buddy, then I'm out. That's what he's saying. He's letting them know. If you don't sell it to the guy that I want you to sell it to, and I'm okay with him saying that, but I'm just letting you guys know that's really what he's saying. We'd have to ask him to know for sure. But when I see Facundo on there and Rich on there, and I know that they have invested a lot into CrossFit, that they have an interest in the direction it goes, which they should. And they're basically weighing in. They've really ramped it up, right? I don't know if it's coincidence or just convenience or whatever, but Rich's stock is higher than ever. He's cooler than shit. He's been in the front. He's been doing just a ton of just hype for the community. People are falling in love with him. He's showing us what's capable with CrossFit. You know, at 37, he's taken 80th in the Open. He's doing one of the semifinals. His affiliate is flourishing. His podcast is cool as shit. And now he knows the sale's imminent, and he has a buddy who wants to buy the company, and he's basically telling the people at Berkshire, this Marnie chick, this guy, whatever, Dan Williams or Jeremy Burke or whoever, he's letting everyone know, and the other potential buyers, if you're a potential buyer and somehow you hear like, hey, Rich is going to be out if we buy it, you know, if some other private equity, if JP Morgan buys it or whatever the fuck, I'm out. That's what he's saying. And what would that mean? Who knows? Maybe Mayhem has their own affiliate program. Maybe he's saying, hey, and who knows what's going to happen moving forward with Rich. If his buddy buys the company, who knows what's going to happen? And most importantly, would you still need Dave Castro? Are they thinking that they use Dave Castro to vouch for Rosa? Are they just going to use Rich to vouch for his friend? So remember, they marched Dave out with the new guy, so that the new guy would have some street cred. If they bring this Saudi Muslim guy out who buys the company, who, by the way, probably isn't gonna buy the company. He's just gonna buy a small portion of it, and he will also have investors. And most likely, Rich and Facundo are being duped too. Most likely. I don't mean that in any negative way, but it's just the way the world works. Does our fucking superhero Rich Froning and the Christian cohort, do they give this guy enough clout that everyone settled during the transition? Who knows? But that's honestly what's going on, in my opinion. Those are like, that's what's going on.
Company B Sport was the front runner for buying CrossFit.
Barbell Spin, the World Fitness Project, is buying CrossFit.
And we know that there is another outside bid. We think Saudi money, not really sure who.
That's Rich's buddy and Facundo's buddy.
Or the specifics on that. And Rich makes a very clear stance that,
I mean, if it's a nameless, faceless
group
again,
and that doesn't make what Rich is saying here not true either. Rich is being honest. Like, I also think that what he's saying is correct. I think he's basically saying he's not being dishonest. I just think that there's more to the story. Let me be very clear about that. He's not being dishonest, but I just think that there's more to the story.
I don't know if we as Mayhem will continue to be a CrossFit affiliate.
And shit, I don't know. At some point, I mean, what is the reason to even be an affiliate? The reason is to feel like you're a part of the community, to get that feeling.
I think there are a lot of affiliates out there that feel the exact same.
The rumblings are getting loud again. Loyalty. Yeah, and I don't have any issues with that. And I don't have any issues with that. Don't anyone read into anything I'm saying and thinking that I have any issues with any of this. I'm just trying to paint the full picture here. Good morning.
affiliating. Nothing changes for him, correct?
If what? Say that again.
What does Rich's life look like if he de-affiliates, like nothing changes for him. Same with like Ben Smith and Krypton. They're still going to be busy.
I agree, but I think that Mayhem is a hub of all things CrossFit, right? They got the people who lose the 100 pounds, they got the world's fittest people over there, and I think I think it's a healthy, fun relationship for Rich and for CrossFit that Rich stays affiliated. I think it's a good thing.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think it's
Agreed. But
I mean,
and they'll
just for the
still
two
do
of
all
them.
that, and they'll still do CrossFit.
But I don't know if they'll be able to do the open. I don't know what it does. It may tarnish their kind of their luster a little bit if you can't do the open there, if they're not affiliated with CrossFit and that distances themselves from the games. I think it's important. I think it's important to both entities that they're attached. I think it's more important to Mayhem than to CrossFit, to tell you the truth. I mean, you have to also be very careful. The truth is that he could de-affiliate. It could, affect CrossFit like 1 or 2%, and then CrossFit just keeps chugging along. I mean, that's the most likely thing, that really it has no real impact. Everyone always thinks that they're more relevant than they really are. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But when you think of the decline in CrossFit over the last 5 years, and his brand went up, and I bet his members went up in the last 5 years. He's only grown that whole gym.
Right. He's done wonderful stuff. Yeah.
I wonder, like, has Sousa grown in the last 5 years? I bet he has.
Yeah, Susan knows as much as anyone. Susan knows probably more reasons not to be affiliated than anyone else, and yet even he's still affiliated.
Yeah, he's the one to have on talk about this. Yep.
So, but I'm just trying to paint the full picture of what's going on here with Rich. I don't think Rich de-affiliates no matter what, to tell you the truth, and here's why. The money's nothing to him. But I think that I just think he's saying that I think he feels that way. He's annoyed. I think he feels a little dirty being attached to a company that's owned by private equity. But I think he knows as well as I know that even if his friend buys it, it's still going to be like a bunch of different owners, a bunch of kind of weird money. And but I do think that Rich, if his friend ends up owning the company, that will give Rich more influence. And so Rich is hoping in his mind that with having more influence, that it'll be more rewarding for him financially, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, all that.
Gotcha. You may have covered this already, but the Middle East rumbles, is that the same guy that would just throw like gold iPhones and $30,000
no, this is a different
at the
guy.
Dubai Fitness?
No,
different guy. If that guy in Dubai came along and bought CrossFit, is that nameless or headless, or is that someone we know? Like, I don't know who that is, but is that good for the brand? Someone like him that just has endless pockets?
No, not if you want the only this is my opinion. It's a value driven brand, and most people can't even get their head fucking wrapped around that. They don't even know what that means. Most people don't even have values. And it's a completely value driven brand, and which makes it so it's not a business. And so anyone who owns it is going to be in this constant tug of war with the community that wants CrossFit to stay true to its values. And those people, Chris Cooper uses the word baseball card. You have to think of CrossFit as kind of a baseball card. Anyone who buys CrossFit, it's an ego piece, which is okay. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just like it's like those whale tails people put on their cars. Like you put like one of those whale tails on your Nissan Sentra, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that doesn't do anything. That's what CrossFit is in someone's portfolio.
Like those whale tails give me small dick energy.
Yeah. So it's okay. I'm not saying like everyone do their own, and it would be cool if someone bought it, one single person bought it who was value driven. But just think of this: not a single one of the buyers that's put their name out there have gone and spoke to Greg. And I promise you, 100%, including even Rich Froning and everyone else, even Don Falls doesn't know. They don't know what CrossFit is. They still don't know. They can't get their head wrapped around it. There were people who worked at CrossFit for 10 years who would hear Greg speak every single day, and they still wouldn't understand what it is. And if you don't understand what it is, then you can't run it the way it needs to be run. It's no different than taking your car and driving it around in the fucking water thinking it's a boat.
Yeah,
That's it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, real quick, how about the glow up of Hopper since your show 2 weeks ago when he was kind of the villain, hated on that whole Colton thing? Don't you love how he's leaning in this? And couldn't someone like Danielle Brandon take a page from his book and learn something from this? Like the content he's putting out's awesome, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched any of his content, but I watched the video Hiller did with him, and either Hiller and Jason were fantastic together. I came away just loving Jason after that.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. And if go back and just look at his last 3 or 4 posts since that Kill Taylor episode.
Yeah.
And he just leaned right into it. And I think it's funny and I get it. The humor I get.
I think a lot of it also probably has to do with the fact that he's learning from Dallin and Sprague. What's interesting is Justin going to learn?
Yeah. And then if you look at the followers, which probably does matter for their brand, he's going way faster than all 4 of them right now. It's working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I know isn't that big of a deal, but it is interesting to watch.
Yeah. I really enjoyed I watched it straight through yesterday. The Hopper Hiller piece. Is it out yet?
Pieces of it. But if you go back to Hopper's Instagram and just look at like his power clean one or his wall ball one and watch it on the show, I think you'll laugh. It's entertaining. You'll get it. It's kind of douchey, but it's also funny.
Yeah.
There's humor in there. And I bet you Hiller's in his ear telling him to do these posts. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it is out. This is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comments. I'm looking at the comments. Great video, cool video. Love this. You know what else is amazing about Hiller's video? It is so different than something the Buttery Bros would put out. These videos he does are so intimate. There's so many guys out there who want to make just like that Frog Grips video that was shot with Colton Mertens. Beautiful video. Fucking loved it. But like, dude, I needed 5 more days with Colton. I needed way more depth. I needed it to be it was made by a filmmaker, where Hiller's is made by someone who truly is interacting with this human being. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
being real.
Yeah, I just feel like you don't need all the fancy like whatever drone shots and all that shit. Like, hey, just hang out with the dude. Let's get to know him.
Yeah, the quick edits, the quick cuts. Yeah. Buttery Bros, you probably you don't care enough, but I wonder if they're shrinking or growing.
I don't know. Their pieces are incredibly great. Incredibly. I mean, I whenever I watch their content, I watch it all the way through. I probably watch between 5 and 10 of their videos a year. Like I watched the one on Marston and his heart attack thing, and that was completely engrossing for me. I'm not suggesting that they don't make good content, but just Hiller's this one man crew, and it's 56 minutes of just like really getting to know Hopper.
Does Hiller do his own edits?
Yeah, he does. He's a one man wrecking machine. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, he does his edits, his Instagram, he's everywhere. He does his Reddits. He's all that shit.
I'll 1099 out of here real quick. Did Marston mention the vaccine in that video? I never watched that.
The
video.
doctor did. Yeah, they left it in there. The doctor said, "Hey, basically like, hey, this could be from the vaccine."
You don't get any healthier than him.
No,
clearly.
No, Marston's healthy as shit. Yep.
Of course. All right, buddy. Thanks for taking the call.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye for now.
Four of my buddies now, all from CrossFit, all younger than me, all have heart issues, all got the vaccine. Yeah, this Hiller video with Hopper is crushing. Oh, someone did notice it's a tulip, not a rose. There's a scene in there where they keep referring to a flower as a rose, and it was a tulip. A tulip. Not that it matters. Yeah, this is a great video. Great assault bike video. 58 minutes of fun. Carlos, I sold my gym as of Friday, was a 12-year affiliate, love this community and methodology. Congratulations. So we shall see. We shall see what happens. We shall see. I can't stand when there's drama in my life. One other thing before I leave the mayhem situation, I did notice this. There was this fantastic athlete that I haven't heard about in forever. His name was Matt Hewitt, and he was over at Mayhem, and I never heard what happened, but all of a sudden he was kind of gone, and all I heard is that there was some disagreements between him and Rich. But he posted this yesterday. I don't follow Matt closely. It says, back when the original barn, good and terrible times in there, definitely the coolest place I've ever trained. Pretty sure this was summer of 2015. And this is Fraser, Rich, and Matt Hewitt. Matt was crazy fit. He kind of was like Samuel Cornwhite 1.0. And I thought maybe that Matt and Rich had a falling out. Rich really doesn't have, I don't know, falling outs with people. At least I know he's always open to, like, working through shit, I feel like. But I'm over here and I was looking and I wonder if they're rekindling their friendship, or maybe it was never severed, but that was the rumor, that it was severed. But there's a recent post here with him and Rich. And then I scrolled down and then there was another one back here from 5 weeks ago. And then I think this one here is at Tennessee Tech also. Maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he works at Tennessee Tech. I don't know, but it looks like maybe that there's a oh yeah, it looks like he works at Tennessee Tech. Anyway, I hope Hewitt's doing good, and that's cool if him and Rich are rekindling their relationship, or maybe he's just courting Rich with a few nice posts. Okay, I found this one fascinating. Let me see if I can. I was over on Fikowski's Instagram account, and I don't know what's going on over here. I don't know if Mayhem paid him to come there and start teaching classes, but let me see if I can find the there's this whole slew of posts. Oh look, so here he is. Maybe he's just doing a tour. This is 3 days ago with Tia. Here he is with Guy at Mayhem 6 days ago. And Jorge Fernandez. I'm teaching Guy Malhero to hit a volleyball. Dude is a quick learner. All right, so he's teaching Guy. I'm showing the folks at Mayhem and CrossFit, a Mayhem athlete in CrossFit Mayhem, how to switch from J hook to heel hook. The professor's over there at Mayhem imparting some wisdom. Yeah, maybe he's on some sort of tour. And look, in true kind of like Marcus Philly fashion, I could see Fikowski going the way of Marcus Philly. He's getting in some of that bodybuilding stuff. 3x12 cable rack curls. Because why not? Yeah, making the rounds. Doing like a little journey, little peace journey. I had heard that he was over there. Doesn't he live in the barn? No, I think he moved out. But it is interesting to see him over there. I wonder if he'll be there for the classic. I like this one. Been talking to Hiller about twisting exercises. Yeah, Fikowski's getting his athlete on. What do you think about this one where he twists both ways? You think he should be letting his feet come off? I think you see that one where he goes both ways? You think he should be letting his feet come off the ground? The outside foot? Oh, shit. Not showing video. I'm sorry. God, what a douche. Sorry, I'm just sitting here staring. Sorry. Horrible. Yeah, totally getting his athlete on. He still got it. You think he ever returns? Like that movement there. You think he should be letting his feet come off the ground? Rotate? I do these with my boys. Yes, ma'am. Smart. Sebi, you're not sharing your screen. Thank you. Now I am. Did I show you the other stuff too? Did you guys see the other stuff where he's teaching the rope climb? Sorry if I didn't show that either. Here he is showing the folks at Mayhem Athlete and CrossFit Mayhem how I switch from J hook to heel hook on the rope climb. Doing a tour, peace tour. Anyone thinking about retiring now? I'd hold off. Yikes. Retiring from what? What are you talking about? Oh, are you on the David Weed thing about the 401k? Why? What happened this morning? Did the stock market take a big hit? Global market tumbles following Trump's tariff announcements. Oh, good. Yay. U.S. Markets, world markets, and stock quotes. How much did it drop? United States stock market index is expected. How much did it drop? Oh, 4%. Dow drops 1,500 points, loses 4% of stock market rout on Trump's tariff worsens. It's okay. It's okay, Pat. It's just the rich oligarchs that are invested in the stock market. 98% of the stock market is just the people that that you liberals hate. Don't worry, it's fine. And the other 2% are your politicians, your Nancy Pelosi's. All right. On to more important news. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, do I have the wrong clip? I'll find it. You guys tell me how impressive this is. I'm wildly impressed. Wildly impressed. This is Guy Malheiros giving us a little taste of Isabel. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch and go 10 with 225. Who else can do that? Who else can do that? That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Damn. No, I don't think Dan could do that. I don't think Dan Bailey could do that back in the day. 225 for 10, could he? Damn, I didn't see this video. This is impressive as shit too. Wow. Wow. Shit. Gee's the real deal, man. That, to tell you the truth, that's the most impressive 2 videos you could show back to back. 3-pointer, one-handed slam dunk, 10 at 225. That's Superman shit. It's crazy not to. This guy's crazy. This guy is so good. So he's got a couple shortcomings. He's got a couple holes that don't make him so that he can stay on top of the. How much is it? 3 I wonder how much that is. Is that 300 pounds? What is that? That's 225 plus a 15 and a 10. So that's 225 plus 50, 275. That's 275. With a crazy look at his torso and his form. Yeah, Guy's a specimen. Guy is a specimen. It should be sacrilege when people talk shit about him, about his athleticism. Guy's athletic as fuck. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Can he throw a ball? I bet you Guy fights too. He's from Brazil. I bet you his core to extremity is good. I bet you he can punch and wrestle, and I bet you he could do it all. Hey, he may not make the game. I don't know. I think he's gonna make the games if he wants to. If he wants to go. If he wants to go. He's also one of the best at workouts under 2 minutes. Yeah, he's the real deal. It's interesting that he's not better with longer events. I'm guessing he grew up doing a lot of running on the soccer field, soccer pitch. What do you call it? I saw this one. I don't know who the fuck this is. I'm sure some of you guys are going to know. I'm sure Ken Walters is going to know exactly who this is. This is a 16-year-old. Hey, good morning. All right, not good morning. You don't want to say good morning to me? I understand. Give me 1 second. Every time someone calls, I have to reconnect the phone with 5 buttons to push. If everything goes smoothly. Hey, good morning. Hello?
Hey, Savon, it's Tom from Type 1 Lifting. How you doing?
Hey, dude, what's up? Oh, good.
Not much.
Let's talk. Tell me, how impressive is Guy?
I mean, he's good. He's good. I mean, he likes lifting heavy.
Dude, 10 touch and go with 225 with that frame. He's not a big dude.
Yeah.
He's not a big dude.
No. I mean, he's not as big as me.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, a little off topic. So, I wanted to let you and the listeners know that on May 10th, I'm doing a Burpee fundraiser for United Way of Hall County in Gainesville, Georgia. Every dollar that gets donated, I have to do a burpee.
Burpee challenge in Georgia. When is it? When is it?
May 10th. It's at CrossFit Southern Grinds in Oakwood.
May 10th. It's CrossFit Southern Grinds. And how do people sponsor you?
So I have I sent you a link. I DM'd you a link on Instagram. you can it's going to be live on my YouTube channel too as well. But I'm trying to. I don't know what would be a way to send a link over to you.
Send it to the phone number that you just called.
Okay, all right, I'll do that. Yeah, so I'm trying to raise $1,000, and it's like it's straight through. It's not like I'm going to take one day I'm going to do 200, then the next day I'll do another 200. If I raise 1,000, it's going to be like straight through the whole day.
So can you take a break? So it's how many burpees you can do in 24 hours?
No, well, no, I'm trying to raise 1,000, so I'm trying to do 1,000 burpees. So I'm going to finagle it. Like I'm going to do 5 burpees per minute. And so if I do that, I'll probably finish 1,000 in maybe like 2 hours or something like that.
Holy shit. Have you ever done 1,000 burpees?
No, I've done 100 straight through, and that's it.
Wow. How are your shoulders right now?
Oh, they're pretty good. I'm testing it. So
how's your back?
Oh, it's fine. I'm stretching out my hamstrings a lot too. So, cause I know that get really tight.
Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, did you had Amanda Hari on your podcast?
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh, she's making the rounds right now. I saw her on Page.
I know
podcast
she is
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to take a break from podcasting just to work on family stuff. So, because it just took a lot of time, but I was working a 9 to 5 and podcasting at the same time.
And are you?
So, even though
is your name Type 1 Lifting because you have Type 1 diabetes?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even know that until just now. I thought that was okay.
Yeah, so I've been a diabetic for 10 years. So I got it. I got diagnosed at 35.
And how did you get diagnosed? What made you think you had it?
So I signed up I got a job working at a children's hospital in Atlanta, and they do a thing called Strong for Life, and so they do check your blood work, and so and they weigh you too. And I was 21 pounds less than I weighed myself probably 3 weeks ago. And then they said my my glucose was 390, which is an average range is, 80 to 130. And so, and I was peeing a lot. I didn't even realize that. It was just because I moved to Georgia from Massachusetts, and I had no clue what, I thought it was because of the hot weather, because I wasn't used to, the South.
Hey, do you wear a continuous glucose monitor?
Yep. And I have an insulin pump too.
And which monitor do you have?
So I have the CGM, the Dexcom, was it G6? So they have a G7 that's out.
Is it the Salo company?
No, it's a company called Dexcom. DEXCOM.
And do they sell it on Amazon?
No, they don't. No, you gotta get this prescribed.
Dexcom okay, they sell the patches. Oh, I see it. They do sell the sensor on Amazon.
Oh, I didn't know that. How much?
$377 without insurance.
Yep, I can see that. Yeah, some people have to pay $1,000 for insulin, which is insane too.
What's the difference between the G6 and the G7? What's the difference between the sensors?
So the G7's a smaller one. It just came out, I'd say probably a couple months ago, and just the G6 is the one they've been, that came out before the G7, and a lot of people are using that because it's cheaper.
Can you see your screen right now?
I cannot. I'm driving right now.
Oh, I have this little gray one on.
Hold on.
I don't know if it's. I bought it for $99 on Amazon. It's really cool.
It checks your blood sugar and everything, right?
I get it's just this number. I just clicked the app. I haven't looked into it much. Yeah, it's my blood sugar. Some mg over dl. I don't even know what that means. Yeah,
that's your blood sugar.
And it tells me that I should stay between 70 and 140.
Yep, that's the typical range. I usually try to aim for myself 80 to 120, but obviously my glucose will fluctuate because I don't have a working pancreas.
Hey, when you work out, does it go up?
Yeah, sometimes. But I typically work out fasted. So I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and work out. because if I work out during the day, like my blood sugars will tank. But I mean, typically they usually stay in a good range because of the insulin pump too.
Yeah, it was crazy. The other night I had just a bite of a sweet potato. Well, pretty
Yeah,
big
and it
bite.
skyrocketed.
Skyrocketed.
Yep.
It went from
Yeah, I can
like
see that.
It went from like 95 to 158. I had it like at 8:30 at night.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, if I have like pasta or breads or even like a chocolate chip cookie, it will just go bananas. So
Hey,
it's just like it's
me
annoying, but whatever.
anything
Throw
else
the
you
punch.
noticed from it? Anything surprising? Like, do you take pre-workout? Like I drank yesterday when I had it on. Yesterday morning was the first morning I had it on, and I drank a cup of black coffee, and then I had another cup while I did the show, and I saw no movement in my sugar levels, none.
Yeah, I mean, because coffee doesn't have any sugar in it unless you put sugar in it, so you're good. I mean, caffeine. So for diabetics, caffeine sometimes raises people's blood sugars. The one thing that really gets me, pre-workout doesn't bother me at all, but BCAAs, I know they debunk those, but for some reason, a lot of diabetics, they have that issue of like high blood sugars when they drink that stuff.
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yesterday at about 7 o'clock at night, I went into the garage to watch Hiller's video, and I took some BCAAs or whatever those things are called, just whatever the ones NO Explode makes, but they have like a BCAA, and it went up. It went up from, and I wasn't sure if it was me working out or that stuff I drank, but it went when I went into the garage, I was at 98, and it reached 120 while I was working out.
Yeah.
And then when I was done working out, it just plummeted back down to like 88 again.
Yeah, because the reason why some people's blood sugars will go up is because when you're working out, you're in the fight or flight mode the whole time, and so your hormones are kind of like a little out of whack as you're working out. And then once you're kind of like deregulated from the workout, that's when sometimes your blood sugar will like go back to normal at a normal spot, because it's like all hormones and stuff when you're working out and pushing yourself.
Hey, you know what else is crazy? I don't I was my boys were in there all in one of the boys' bedrooms, and they had all their money out on the bed, and they were counting their money. Like they opened up their piggy banks. They're obsessed with it. And Jewish kids. And so I was trying to take them somewhere. I can't remember, tennis or jiu-jitsu. And so I told them once, hey, let's go. And I told them twice, let's go. And then I went there, I'm like, hey, what the fuck is going on? 3 times I've told you, twice your mom's told you. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, I went to the car, and my blood sugar just from that little fucking explosion shot from like 92 to 111.
Yep. Yeah. Like
I was like, damn, boy. I was like, damn, boys, you're gonna kill me.
Yeah, and like any little bit can like stress or anything like that will definitely raise your blood sugar. I mean, the highest I've been is like 600, and that was by accident. And so I didn't even have a CGM on me the whole time. So like I woke up the next morning and did my blood sugar, and it was like 600, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh, you woke up
like,
in the morning and it was that high?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Because I had a dessert the night before, and I thought I corrected it with the insulin that I took, and I was completely off.
Hey, you know what else I've noticed just from the 2 days I've been wearing this? Anytime, like I'm noticing that when I think I'll there's this pattern, I'll be like, oh, I'm getting really sleepy. Like during the day, oh, I'm hitting a wall. And then I'll look and my blood sugar level will be low. And sometimes I confuse that with me being hungry. So the cool thing about this glucose monitor, I'm like, okay, just hang tight, buddy, and like just wait 10 minutes and let it pass.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, for me, when I get really low, my legs feel like really weak, and I feel like I'm drunk, and it's like, I mean, the lowest I've been is 24. So that was almost like on the verge of like passing out. I think that was like probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Since I'm not diabetic, would mine never do that?
I mean,
like,
no,
will
your blood
mine
sugar
never
drop.
will mine never drop below 70 no matter what? Will my body start figuring out a way to produce sugar?
Yeah, possibly. So I mean, it just depends. I mean, To be honest with you, like you could drop really, really low, or you could stay at a normal level. It just all depends on how your body is. Like everybody's body's different. I mean, there's some diabetics that can drink BCAAs and not have a problem, and then there's other ones, like I said before, like I can't drink it, or like I can't do this or that or whatever. So it's a whole crazy episode. It's a numbers game pretty much. Like I have to look at numbers 24/7, 365 days a week.
So going back to the G7, so the only difference between the G7 and the G6 is size. There's no like extra data or anything.
Nope, just that's it. So,
Okay.
and another thing you need to worry about is skin irritation. So with me, I have to like rotate. Like, so I put my glucometer on my butt cheek because I have an insulin pump. So it's called the Omnipod. So I usually put it on my stomach, and so if I have the Dexcom and the Omnipod on my stomach, it just looks weird. So I kind of keep the CGM on my butt cheek, and then put the insulin pump around my stomach or the back of my arm. So
Do you put it up high on your butt cheek so you don't sit on it?
yeah, pretty much. Yep.
It's cool that you say that everyone's different. I have this conversation with Dave periodically about how all people are different, that it really is not calories in, calories out. And like another thing is like people say sitting's bad for you, but like I wake up every morning with my back is so fucking stiff, it's crazy. And then I sit in this chair right here for an hour and a half. And when I'm done with the show, my back's fine. Like it feels the best it feels all day. Like I'm like, holy shit. I don't know if it's this X chair or what, or how I sit, but I feel great after sitting for an hour and a half.
Yeah, you probably just relax.
Yeah.
Hey, have you speaking of back problems, have you ever tried banded marches?
Banded marches.
So you go in between like a rig, put a band in between the rig on the J hooks, and then put a belt with like a chain wrapped around it and march in place for like 5 minutes.
I'm looking at it now.
So what it does, it helps, it strengthens your glutes, hamstrings, your lower back, all that stuff. So there's a
those
belt
look cool.
squat. Yeah, there's a belt squat machine at my gym, and I do the marches on that. It's the same thing as banded marches, and I do it for 5 minutes. I've like, knock on wood, I've never had a back problem, and I've been doing them every day for almost like a year and a half, and I haven't had a back issue ever after that.
Hey, so the one I'm watching, the guy just rubber band his 2 feet together and then just marches in place.
Yep, that's it.
And then how high should you try to just make your femur parallel to the ground?
Yeah, so pretty much like your knees is like not as high as you can, but at least like parallel to the ground. And if you want, you could hold like a med ball in place too, and that helps your lower back get strong too.
Hey, Jake Chapman wants to know what your husband thinks about that Dexcom on your butt.
Oh, well, my wife doesn't mind it, so. And my wife's pretty damn hot too, so.
All right. Hey, send me a link to where people can see where to participate.
Yep, we'll do. Hey, great talking to you, and keep killing it on the show. I love it.
Cool. Thank you, buddy.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wealth of information this show is. Maybe he'll send me a link, and I can show you 1,000 burpees. Was you obese as a kid? Good question. I used to go to the movies in college. I went to the movies every week. I probably saw 50 movies a year. I would go once a week, and I would always take a pound of peanut M&Ms, and I would eat the whole bag while I sat there. To be fair, Pat Sevon asked more details about his. To be fair, did Pat say something douchey? Surprise, surprise. There's nothing fair about Pat. There's nothing. He reads into 99% of what I say. He's hell-bent on defending the libtards. United Way of Hall. Let me see if I can find this. United Way of Hall County Bloom dot kindful. Jeez Louise. What are the chances that I don't have a .com burpee? Oh shit! / burpee return. Oh shit. I don't know if I found it. I didn't find it. And that link doesn't work for me. Damn, I don't know what to Google. United Way Burpee Challenge? United Way Burpee Challenge. United Way Burpees for Turkeys event, November 23rd, 2024. No, that's not it. Home of UnitedWay.org. Can I go there and search it? Nope, there's no search button. Nope, I'm fucked. Anyway, the Burpee Challenge will be on May 10th at CrossFit. Can't even read my own writing. CrossFit Southern Grinds. CrossFit Southern Grinds. United Way Hall County. United Way Hall County. CrossFit Southern Grinds. Still fucked. There's probably not a landing page for this, right? Is there? For a new mic. Why does my mic keep breaking up? I have so many mics. I could change the mic. You think it's the mic? I think it's the Rodecaster. Yeah, look at Christine Young. That sucks when a girl out texts you. I see the link. The link doesn't work. It's in the chords. Yeah, maybe it's in the chords. You think it's in the chords? It's not like I'm bumping anything. See if that happens. I switched to channel 3. Can you guys still hear me? I switched to channel 3. It's when people call in. Yeah, and the phone's hooked up by Bluetooth. Sort the chords. Thanks, Heidi. I was reflecting on what you were saying, Heidi. Were you accusing me yesterday of when Greg says something and I disagree with him, and then I find out that I'm disagreeing with him, that I vacillate back to agreeing with him? Is that what you were accusing me of? Because that's bullshit. I don't accuse. Oh. I'm glad Greg didn't say anything bad about Dana White yesterday. I fucking love Dana White. I don't think it's easy running the UFC. Sevon, Gymshark is the first brand that went big from YouTube influencer marketing. The owner's like 33 and is a billionaire. Oh, it's funny you say that. Was that on this show? I was trying to figure out what Gymshark is. Gymshark's the first brand that went big from YouTube influencer marketing. I have to look at what is it? It's just a clothing brand? Did you know the vibrator used to be a medical device to help women with their hysteria? Oh, when I was on with Brandon. That's right. Brandon was talking about Noah. Look at this. This is crazy. Look at this.
Fastest I've ever done, Fran, is 157.
157, Fran. What's crazy is this is just 4 weeks. Wait, oh, this is a throwback, it says. Oh, I thought this was 4 weeks ago. Still impressive. I wonder what the boys would say about his lockout. Everything looks great to me. I didn't know Noah had the fastest Fran in the world. Did you guys know that? interesting to be making cuts during a world record attempt. Probably not a good idea. Like, that would never stand. Like, you could never use that as some official document since there's cuts, but whatever. I mean, I still believe it. You think Colton beats this? You think Colton can beat this time? Come on, man. I mean, I love Colton. Colton's capable of anything, but this is ridiculous. This time is ridiculous. He's on his 15s here. And make sure you guys tell me if my mic does something weird again. He's off the 15s at 109. Off the 15s at 125. If you're going to document a world record on the internet, do not use cuts. This is so impressive. What's weird is there's even a cut from the same angle in there. It looked like they had 3 cameras on it, maybe.
Fastest I've ever.
What was it? 140 something? Fucking nuts. Oh, please. Someone says first rep of the should be a no rep. Yeah, good answer, Noah. I don't want to be serious. I think that everything looked good to me. With penalties, this is 234. No, come on. There were no penalties. Kill Taylor, Fran. I doubt it. Doubt it. They're turning the power off at my house in 28 minutes for 2 hours. I found a gymnastics studio. But by the way, those of you who have kids, is this it? Oh, maybe I got it. Nope. For some reason, let me see if I can find it. Oh, there we go. Okay, I got it. I don't know how I'm going to transfer this to my. Let me see if I can transfer this to my computer. Is it making? I'm punching in a bunch of shit on my phone now. Let me know if the mic gets fucked up. Can you guys hear me plucking away at the keys? Wow. Your Fran is 230. You still think you have a 230, Corey, at 48? That's nuts. That is nuts. A 95-pound thruster is heavy for me. It's always been heavy for me. Even at my strongest 95-pound, it always felt heavy. It always felt heavy. United Way. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna put a link. I'll put a link right now in the YouTube description. Oh, what a great thumbnail on today's show. How do I do that? How do I put a I know how to do that? Is that my skill set? Go to YouTube, go to manage videos, click on today's live show. Okay, here. Burpee challenge donation. burpee challenge. All right, done. Save. So my kids train all day, every day. You guys, I've told you this a million times. You know the routine. They wake up, they're doing their school right now. Then someone will usually come over to the house and they'll train some sort of fighting for an hour. And then from there, I either take them somewhere to the skate park, or we go play tennis, or they have swimming, or we do a CrossFit workout. But it's really just training. The mic just fucked up again. Is it fucked or is it back? They train. That was probably because I was using the phone. Was that because I was using the phone? Am I all better now? And it's just go, and then usually they come home and they're done around 6:30 or 7 at night. And then even then, I can lure them into the garage and we throw balls right and left handed, or we fool around on running backwards on the air runner, or just shit like that. And one of my sons has been just like telling me he wants to do gymnastics. He said he wants to learn a back handspring, and he wants to learn how to do a standing backflip. And he's only 8. So I found a gymnastics coach in Monterey, which is like a 45-minute drive from me. There is a gymnastics program here in Santa Cruz, but I've been there before and it just wasn't good. It was really bad. And maybe I have a little bit of pretentiousness, but I expect my kids to be treated differently than most places treat them. I expect my kids to be treated and given service of the highest level, and if they're not, I've just realized it's a waste of time. So I found this place where supposedly there was a good gymnastics coach, and it's the owner of the facility. So I drive them down to Monterey. I go into the facility, and it's a fucking amazing facility. It looks like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been into that many gymnastics facilities, maybe 3 in my life. One in Armenia, one in Santa Cruz, and now one in this Monterey. But like, they got all this shit in there, right? It looks like Olympians could train there. So I take them in there and for a private lesson, and I've already told ahead of time that this lady doesn't want to like fuck around. Like, she's not interested really in teaching privates, and she doesn't want like, but in my head, I'm like, yeah, she never seen anyone like my kid. Wait till she sees. So he does the first class. I don't talk to the instructor very much. It's 90 minutes. It's just him, one other girl, and the coach. They train for 90 minutes, and then we leave. So last week I went, and so then I went again a second time this week. Sorry, I went on Tuesday of this week, and halfway through and I'm up high. I'm in a perch where the parents sit, and I'm the only parent in there. The place is closed, so she's just training my son and this other Asian girl, and who's crazy talented. And my son fights with her. She's a jiu-jitsu practitioner. And so halfway through the class, she looks up at me and she says, hey, I've been doing gymnastics. She's probably 40. She's like, I've been doing gymnastics since I've been 14 years old, and I've never seen anyone in 2 sessions learn as much as your kid has learned in 6 months. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then she starts telling me like, hey, if you want him to become a level 9 or level 10, whatever, I don't understand the levels, but I guess in gymnastics there's levels. I highly recommend you take him to this coach. And this coach is fucking far. This coach is like an hour away over the hill. It's like where everyone goes whose kids are serious about a sport. Besides fighting, you can be serious about fighting in Santa Cruz and get great training. So, or surfing. I mean, there's some things you can do here and become, get the highest level of coaching. But my point being is that the only reason why my kid's so good at gymnastics is because of all the other training, because of all the CrossFit shit, because of the tennis, because of the rings hanging in our house, because the fact that we have a jiu-jitsu room, because the fact that like one of the things that they did in this class was they do this thing where you jump up on a bar. Just imagine a pull-up bar, but it's low. It's only like 4 feet off the ground, and you do a pullover. You guys know what a pullover is? On top of the bar, and you get on top of the bar like this, and then you cast. Casting is when you flick your feet out and bounce off the bar, and then with your momentum, you jump and you land on top of the bar like Spider-Man. And that's the kind of shit that I've been doing with my kids since they've been 4 years old. And so what I'm saying is to you is if you train, I train my kids every single day, 7 days a week, they do something with me. And the training could be either just like fun, like jumping over that 4-foot bar or standing on a balance beam while I throw balls at them as hard as they can. But everywhere I take my kids, it's the same fucking thing. People are like, what the fuck? And my kids, listen, my kids are goofy. I think you're selling them short. You need a certain amount of athletic ability. I'm telling you, my kids would have been the goofiest fucking kids ever if they hadn't been working hard their whole entire life. Moral of the story, parent like Sevi. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's it. Yep, that's it. Spend fucking time with your kids. If your boys will be your size, Sevi, and they're that good, they can be the Jewish Olympic team. Yeah, probably. Or Armenian. That's all I'm saying. I just cracked the code. And like I don't it's nothing special. It's nothing special. I'm not as good a coach as like that type 1 guy who called or any of these other parents. I'm not going to be able to coach my kids as good as Brandon does. But I just make up shit. I just go in the garage and make up shit. Teach your boys to flip. Yeah, Avi's been trying to do a standing backflip, and every day he asked me to spot him, and twice I've dropped him. Like I don't know if I should be. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But it's not uncommon. Like it's not uncommon where no matter what they're doing, I just walk into the jiu-jitsu room and I'll be like, okay, boys, show me handstands. And for 20 minutes, they'll do handstands. And then later on in the day, I'll be like, okay, let's see who can throw a ball the furthest with both hands. And then we do that. It's just always fun shit. Always just go, go, go. Oh, you've been teaching tumbling for 11 years, Steven? Wow. So it's solidified. Khalipa is fully based. I think that's the word based, right? This is it. This is as based as you get. He starts this clip with Cher saying, "A man is absolutely not a necessity."
Absolutely not necessity.
Men are really struggling.
Do women need men?
No, absolutely not.
Most men don't have friends. They have drinking hobbies.
What's loneliness?
I believe that men are more feminized now than they've ever been.
Man.
So they say men are a problem, that we're a burden, that masculinity is the issue. And look, shame or pointing fingers is not going to solve anything. Taking responsibility and training hard, that's the solution. The reason why we created the Train Hard app is to provide a solution for society where we can get guys to get in there, to connect, to be like-minded in this vision of being able to protect and provide for our families in all ways that matter. If you're tired of hearing that men are the problem, if you're tired of hearing that masculinity is an issue, let's do something about it. Let's take responsibility. Let's join together to live by a standard, to live by a code. And we hold ourselves accountable to be able to protect and provide in all ways that matter for our family. Join me on the Train Hard app and let's find a solution.
Jason's been doing this thing where he every morning I think he invites men to a parking lot like at 4:30 in the morning, just up the street from my house, like 20 miles away over the hill. He's invited me a couple of times and they just train every morning. I think it's free. I think you just go and you can just train with Jason at 4:30 in the morning. I think the fucking cohort of dudes who does it's massive. What's a trip to me is that and he's just fully based. I'd never seen this take on it. When people say men are the problem, I think that he's saying, well, let's take responsibility and fix it. But what's weird is I think the problem that people who say that we don't need men, the men that they have a problem with are the men like Jason. You know what I mean? That's not my opinion. I think what Jason's doing is fucking amazing. I love it. He's serving. Sevi, go out there and give out my number, please. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I know a wonderful lady in Wisconsin. I love the patriarchy. Oh, that should be a song. Write a song, Audrey. Is the parking lot affiliated? No, I don't think so. I think they go to different parking lots. I think they meet at different places. I don't know for sure. Oh, that was a joke? Over my head. Yeah, Jason thinks that they want more strong men. No, I think they want less strong men, Jason. I'm glad, but I respect his take on it. Maybe he's right. I always took it when they said that they hated men like Jason. Audrey, you just love the hog attached to the patriarchy. Oh, fair enough. Who doesn't love a nice hog? What's weird about men is weak men hide. The weird thing about men is more and more I realize that the reason why you need strong men is to protect them from weak men. Because weak men, well, you need men. Even strong men are bad. There's just a lot. There's just men do a lot of bad shit, and so you need men, strong men who will hold each other accountable, who will protect society from the fucking douchebag men. Men with values. I think this is a blowjob joke. I wish I got it. He says his jaw is always tired after. Damn, I wish I knew what that was in reference to. Oh, please. Why don't they want strong men? You know why they don't want strong men. Your whole town doesn't want strong men. Listen, Pat, everyone in your circle hates you because you're a strong man, except your wife. She has to pretend like she hates you, but she really loves you because really women do want strong men. Don't act dumb, Pat. You know they fucking hate strong men. You live in the world of fucking men hating. That's exactly where you live. I always see these posts where Morning Chalk Up is wrong. I don't understand. First of all, I don't know who still reads Morning Chalk Up. I didn't even know it was still around. But listen to this from Froning. This is interesting.
The 5 snatch at the Invitational. Man, this one was pretty awesome.
He did a 305 snatch at the Invitational.
It was a goal to hit 300. This one still bothers me a little bit because there was an article I think Morning Chalk Up did in 2000 where they said it was the first time 300 had been snatched in competition because like 8 or 9 guys did it or something like that. But it was also like 6 years too late.
So Froning snatched 305 6 years before Morning Chalk Up reported that we had our first 300-pound snatch in a CrossFit competition.
Because I did it in whatever this year was. Being on a team, just something special about that. We were in San Jose, being on Team USA, there's just nothing like that. Competing for your country and being able to hit 305 was pretty awesome.
Everything about this series that they're doing with Rich is dope. God, Rich is dope. They have all these posts where he's like reflecting on
Double Grace, man, there was just I guess a lot of emotions going into that final event, playing a game of like, hey, I got to stay ahead of Matt. Once I knew that I was on a safe distance rep number away from Matt, I'm listening to my judge, I'm listening to his judge, but then out of the corner of my ear or out of my corner of my eye, I could see Jason. Jason notoriously went out hot like he always did, and knew and saw that I could kind of catch him, so I was like, might as well finish this thing off right. And then there was just the kind of like completion, I guess, just kind of moment of.
I think that's me on my knees right there.
Like, oh, that's it. It's done. Family right there. Having Lakeland there. Hill, parents, all that kind of down there on the floor was pretty special, but just that like.
I remember being there when he crossed the finish line, like 2 feet from him. I must be one of the photographers on my knees there. And I remember when he went like this, it was like some biblical shit. He did the cross. I was like, wow.
Man, it's relief more than anything. Yeah, it's cool, like to celebrate, but more of like a relief, especially with the up and down, how that weekend had gone. But just like knowing that was it on the career.
I didn't know that was it. That was his last CrossFit Games. Rich, black square. Did Rich post a black square? He was young. He was young. He was young. He was a young man. He was a young man. This is this really gets me fired up. Any excuse to love Ricky Garrard and Alexis Raptis. I guess Tears coming out with a little documentary about these two. This gets me so fired up. How do you not love Ricky? How did people hate on Ricky? Who cares if he did roids?
Ready? I think a lot of people were on the fence about who I was and my personality and my past.
Ricky Garrard has been banned. Ricky Garrard will face a 4-year ban from competition.
I remember texting Adam and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, like who cares what anyone says about Ricky or Alexis or what you think they did or didn't do, or don't you trust your own feelings about what you feel from them? Can't you just trust like you have this intellectual paradigm that people have to fall into to be your friends? Man, you're really missing out on life. You're really fucking missing out on life. Sometimes just trust how you feel. Just trust how you feel about them. Alexis Raptis is the hottest CF athlete. That could be a whole show talking about why she's hot, by the way. You know why you think she's hot? Do you know? I'd be curious before I tell you why. Why, Barry? Why do you think she's hot? I'm curious what you're gonna say.
I'm not good enough. I don't know if I'll ever be. This training is so hard. I kind of felt burnt out.
If you do make mistakes, it's how you come back from it that determines who you are and your success.
I can't remember this. That's why I'm like freaking out.
She's feeling pretty nervous. Yeah. So just needs a little bit of space right now.
Being the world champion is the goal. No one wants to win as bad as I do.
When I had missed it by one spot, it was just like a switch flipped. I feel like my peak is up here and I'm just getting started.
God, I hope that's good. God, I hope that's good. I can't wait to see that. Okay, let me see. Why do you where's Barry? Alexis is the hottest CrossFit athlete. It's because they play the hero role model, so they get crucified. Alexis is beautiful. Nope, it's not that. Great face and personality. Oh, and she does CrossFit. Nope, not that. Her attitude and swagger. Nope, not that. I disagree. I think Ricky's the hottest CF athlete. Fair. If you're a chick, listen, if you're a chick and you're not attracted to Ricky, you should recalibrate. If you are a girl and you don't want Ricky to grab you by your hair and drag you into a cave, something's wrong with you. I'm not saying you should act on it, but girl next door, beauty, and she keeps it classy. There we go. Now we're on to something. Listen, because she emanates healthy woman. She emanates like Alexis emanates keeper material. Like who's the other one too? Paige Powers, the one that just got pregnant. They emanate keeper material. That's who you want raising your kids. That's who you fucking want. If you're attracted to Alexis, that means that there's hope for you if you're a man. Yeah, she's wife material. Yep, exactly. Yep, that's why. Yep. She gives this vibe like she could do all the things you want from a good partner. Yeah, nothing trashy about her. Good role model, hot, healthy, looks like she could bear children, fucking good spouse, mild-mannered, all the stable. Joe is wife material for Sevon. Who's Joe? Oh, Joe Ellis. I like Joe. I like Joe. Joe's cool. Joe. Oh, shut it, David. Yeah, there's a Alexis is a catch, as opposed to some girls are like a catch and release. You know what I mean? Like that, like, and then you also know that somewhere in there, Alexis is fierce too, so she could protect the kids. I mean, it's just crazy. Hopefully she's not crazy. I mean, you never know with women. I mean, you just don't know. But some chicks are catch and release, and it's like, yeah, Alexis, Paige. I'm trying to think of the other girls in the space who are like that. We'll see. We'll see. The true test of their character. Wait till they win the games. That's the true test of the character. Entitlement will always ruin. Always, too much entitlement always ruins someone. I don't mean hit it and quit it as catch and release. I mean like they pee in the house kind of animal. You know what I mean? Like they shit where they eat. Like they're not indoor animals. Some girls are just not there. In some men, it's just like they're not going to bring stability to the inside environment. They belong outside. Like, you know how a bird will just sit on a wire and take a shit? Like, doesn't even give a fuck, like that. Yeah, feral. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to say anything too crazy. No, not pump and dump. That's not. But if you're a man, you're attracted to there's certain kind of women you're attracted to because you want to. It's like these idiots who fucking buy pit bulls. And any of the terriers, Jack Russell Terrier, Pit Bull, Stafford Terrier, like the people who get those dogs, they don't want stability in their life. Like they're open to go to the fucking dog park and have their dog be the dog that fucking takes a tennis ball away from every other dog and cause tension between them and the other owners and breaking up dog fights. And it's like that. You know what I mean? Like those are the two kind of people versus someone who just, yeah, Standy, you understand what I'm saying about Ricky, right? You seem like you and Ricky would be a good match. Like Ricky fucks you in the middle of the night when you're sleeping and you're good with it. You're just like, Ricky. All right. That's it. The power's about to go off. No politics today. Just lots of love. Loving on Ricky. Loving on Guy Malheiros. Loving on Rich Frowning. Who else got loved on? Loving on a dude with diabetes. All right. I should change the title of this to The Love Show. I will see you guys later. I don't know what's going on. Should I do a political show tonight? Maybe a politics show tonight. Oh, Graciano Rubio. I watched your 405. Oh shit. I never showed that. Damn, there was one more thing I wanted to show. Shit. Oh God. Why didn't someone tell me? Remember I started that piece. I said Ken Walters will know who this guy is, and then I got distracted. Damn it. And I don't know where the clip is. It was a 16-year-old kid doing a 300-pound hang clean, and he ended up becoming a professional hockey player. He did it so easy. was old footage. It showed him doing 275 hand cleans for a set of 3. Smooth and beautiful. Fuck, I lost the clip. Does anyone know what hockey player that is? I think he's now in the NHL. But anyway, what's interesting is I was kind of perseverating on that clip today or yesterday, last night. And then the algorithm fed me Graciano doing 405, which was pretty crazy. God damn it, Sevan. I know. Sorry. All right. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you go over and get the behind the scenes episodes 1 through 5 are out. Episode 6 should be out any day now, any minute now. You got to be a CEO member to see them. You won't be disappointed. They're amazing. Great tribute to Lazar Jukic. We need a political show later. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that tonight. It's gonna have to be late. I got to leave tomorrow at 6 a.m. and start a long drive. I got to pack and get everything ready. Got to get the rental car today. Do any of you guys do that? I don't like driving my own car on long trips. I always get a rental. Make sure you go over and watch Hiller's Hopper video, of course. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.